Every morning, my crew members from Mexico leave their homes at 4 a.m., wait in a border checkpoint line that can take 2 hours to clear, and then board a bus to the fields. From late November to mid-March, almost all the lettuce consumed in the US and Canada is grown and harvested in Yuma, 12 million heads a day. Located in the corner of southwestern Arizona, only 20 miles from the Mexican border, Yuma has been called the sunniest place in the world by the Guinness Book of World Records. It rained once while I was there, and temperatures in late February reached 90 degrees. My crew had 31 members, most of whom were guest workers. Every morning after group calisthenics, we sharpen our knives. In order to keep pace with the machine, each person has to cut and bag at least 6 heads of lettuce a minute. In the beginning, I kept falling behind, and my coworkers helped me out a lot. It took me 6 weeks of training before I was able to keep up. Whenever I fell behind, the foreman, who was actually a pretty nice guy, had this very aggravating tendency to stand super close to me. I'd be huffing and puffing, feeling squeezed between 2 other cutters and dealing with sweat pouring down my face, and the last thing I needed was a barrel-chested guy in a sombrero getting close enough to see the birthmarks on my neck. I wanted to turn around and say, "Hey, this really isn't helping," but instead I'd just keep plodding along, cursing him silently. That's me. And my buddy Mario, who was the fastest cutter on the crew. This is the amount of lettuce we cut each morning, before our first break. Each truckload holds 400 boxes, or about 10,000 heads of lettuce. We sometimes completed 4 truckloads in one day. From the field, the truck goes straight to the cooling plant and is then shipped out. Lettuce cut on Monday arrives in San Francisco by Tuesday, and New York City by Thursday. 3 men on top of the machine spend all day stacking 40-pound boxes of lettuce on pallets. During our breaks, they collapse. Although Cesar Chavez was born and died in the Yuma area, very little farm worker organizing is happening in the fields, and almost all the campesinos are without unions. Dole was an exception. I was actually a member of Teamsters Local 890, based out of Salinas, California, part of a contract originally signed in the 1960s. Although the United Farm Workers and the Teamsters clashed in the 1960s and 70s, with the Teamsters undercutting UFW's strikes against growers, I was glad to learn that Local 890 mostly stayed out of the fight. Most days we worked from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., with 2 15-minute breaks and a 30-minute lunch. Everyone on my crew made $8.37 an hour, though people who worked on especially fast crews could earn up to $15 an hour. I never did see another white person in the fields, although Yuma has the highest unemployment rate in the state of Arizona.
Grabando. ¿Qué